5 straight days of gains for the benchmark indices, and the Nifty gains as much as 580 points. That's over 5% in these 5 trading sessions. And what is more, well, the EU and the UK have reached a deal when it comes to Brexit. Hello and welcome. This is the Market Wrap. I am Agam Vakil. Today is a day which has been marked not only by gains because of domestic reasons, but we've also seen gains, well, of course, on the back of that deal for as far as Brexit goes. We've seen gains of about 122 points. Nifty currently ending at 11,586. We have gains in Tata Motors, Eicher Motors, along with, of course, Yes Bank and State Bank of India, but a whole host of other companies which may have had an exposure to Europe, which are also doing well in today's day of trade. Vedanta losing out, well, about 1%, but if you leave that aside, there are no stocks out there which have lost by over 1% in today's day of trade. The market breadth once again improves from yesterday. 2 gainers for 1 loser on the NSE 500. Some of these general insurance companies continue to advance. New India Assurance making another upper circuit of 20%. You have Indiabulls Housing Finance, RBL Bank, 3M India, Adani Green Energy, all advancing in trade, and by quite an increase in volumes too. Motherson Sumi up 10%. I don't remember the last time I saw that stock up by that much on an intraday basis. Generation, on the other hand, losing out. Suntech Realty, Ashoka Buildcon looking at some amount of weakness along with Indiabulls Integrated, but not a lot of people are going to talk about losers today. It is going to be about advancers, and well, this is an opportune time for me to get in our markets editor Neeraj Shah for his thoughts. Neeraj, no one was expecting this. I'm not even sure that I was. Well, of course, we knew the deal was in the works, but we weren't expecting it to come out this way and have that impact.
Yeah, still slip between the cup and the lip is possible because we're waiting for Saturday to come out. But to be honest, Agam, I think our market move was irrespective of this deal coming in the works.
Absolutely,
I think the last few days we've been talking about how the market doesn't feel like it wants to go down.
Right.
Every small dip is being bought into. We saw this in the Bank Nifty yesterday, and it was down about 0.7% and ended fairly flat. In today's session too, some upticks out there. It's a market that for now, at least the last few days, is showing that it wants to stay higher. And if indeed results oblige, if indeed the big one, Reliance tomorrow, and then the next week is filled with some very important numbers, which drive sentiment, if not the Nifty.
Right.
And actually even the Nifty. And if that all is fine, then we have a serious chance of, if the market behavior right now is to be believed, there is a chance of moving higher. And you never say never because our markets are very volatile, but right now it is showing this. And today, just one last point, Agam, that I would leave with. I know you mentioned a lot of stocks, but today the interesting bit that I saw was the return of that risk-taking ability, because you saw the Edelweiss, Piramal Enterprises, IndusInd Bank, that variety of stocks really moving up. And then, of course, the Brexit news and some of the auto stocks also went up. So, well, for now, okay, let's wait and watch what happens tomorrow.
Fingers crossed, I suppose. Yes. We're going to keep an eye on, of course, Reliance Industries. But Neeraj, thanks for that perspective there. So there you have it, stocks that we can watch out for today. Well, very quickly, I'm going to address one stock from the IT space, Mindtree, which did come out with earnings yesterday, and the earnings were largely in line with street expectations. There was it did end the day with well, a little bit of a loss today, but well, on the whole, if you actually consider, a lot of analysts were hoping that the margins would be even better. And that's the reason why there was just a tad bit of weakness. Of course, there are no complaints when it comes to new deal signings as well as the broad-based growth that the company has seen. But well, going forward, there is a lot that was unsaid, especially when it comes to growth outlook from the management. Of course, some analysts may argue that well, it will take time before the new management which is in place may actually be able to give you a proper flavor, a proper strategy, an idea on the strategy that they want to carry out going forward. That said, well, we have seen the way Mindtree has reacted. But on that note, let's also talk about a bunch of other stocks which are in focus, and we have Sharad Dubey as usual to give us an idea on the same. Sharad.
Hi Agam, the first stock I have picked up is Eicher Motors. The stock went up as high as almost 7%. This is based on the news that the UBS has upgraded it to buy from sell. It's setting a target price of from 18,000 to rupees 23,000 per share. Now going through the factors, we see there is a derating and downgrade. cycle which is coming to an end, and apart from that, they also think the outlook is improving with new orders coming in from the BS6 segment, and also the volume growth will recover in FY21 with a major product. If you see the stock reaction, stock has been going up, and over the last 3 trading sessions, stock went up almost 12% and ended the day almost near the 20,500 mark. Apart from this, the brokerage also stated that the margins concerns are overdone and the declining commodity prices will be auguring well for H2 FY20 and FY21 as it as we got to know about the margins are concerned. Up next, we are having Bandhan Bank. That's on the losing side, and the stock closed almost 3% down today. If you see, after Macquarie's report came, in which they had maintained an underperformance with a target price of 425 rupees. So basically, the brokerage stated that the material bump up in ticket sizes in some geographies is an area of concern, and the markets have not factored in any difference in states' economic policies. And lastly, the credit demand is agnostic to the economic slowdown. So overall, there has been a mix performance of both the stocks today, Agam.
Okay, Sharad, thanks for getting us those updates on those 2 other stocks. Moving on the back of brokerages. But plenty more to keep an eye on as we move into the final trading session of this particular week tomorrow. And of course, all eyes on the big earnings tomorrow, Reliance Industries. On that note, it's a wrap on the markets, but there's lots more lined up. Stay tuned to BloombergQuint.